Hi! It's about time we reacted to some more analog horror. Today, we've got a few goodies that were recommended to me by you lovely people. First up, is this nightmare? Dreams of an Insomniac.
As Halloween draws near, ECPD
Halloween
representatives would like to remind all Eastridge County
1986.
residents of the mandated curfew. No children or parents should be seen outside past 6 o'clock p.m. Everyone should remain indoors with all doors and windows shut tight. With your help and cooperation, we can make this a safe and enjoyable Halloween night for everybody.
There's something wrong with their faces. Your name is Tommy Merrick. Says who? Whilst visiting your old family home, you stumbled across a strange box of tapes in the attic. Don't watch them. Don't watch them. Out of curiosity, decide to watch them on your old CRT. What did I just say? You think they might be haunted. I could have told you that, and it's not even my grandma. While watching the tapes, you began to see and hear things that weren't meant to be there. What does that mean? For some reason, they felt oddly familiar to you. Haunted Halloween PSA. Oh, great. Lovely commercial, full of lovely stuff and warnings of weird people. Bizarre break-ins leave civilians confused.
Residents of Eastridge County were left baffled today at the news of a supposed break-in that happened in the early hours of the morning.
Why are they baffled?
The local Halloween retail store, Grimzo's, the culprit of this break-in having stolen one thing and one thing only.
Was it a mask? Michael Myers style?
I got to the store early this morning and I see, of course, the doors smashed in a lot of pieces. Obviously, I checked inside and all the shelves are everywhere.
Rick.
Smashed up pretty good.
I'm getting you to speak up.
Buddy's still there though, so I guess that's good. The only thing that seemed to be missing was the costume, the wall.
Costume.
No, it would take just a costume.
Rick, speak up!
This bizarre set of events has left many residents baffled as to what the intentions behind this strange robbery were. No security footage could be collected to reveal the identity of the culprit, leading many to speculate who this mysterious costume thief really is.
It's Michael Myers.
The influence? A young teenager desperate to have a costume for an upcoming party? Did this robbery even happen? As of right now, it's anyone's guess.
What do you mean, did the robbery even happen? Huh? Why does he look so sad? Is that Grimzo's?
Oh, if you ask me, this whole story is just...
Well, I was right. That is Sean Grimm. Skeptical civilian. Wait, so he's not... Is he Grimm or what?
It's a bunch of malarkey. Some kids breaking
Malarkey? Oh, goodness gracious, this guy is a gem.
Some Halloween shop for a costume. Yeah, no, not even stealing any money. If kids break in there, they're stealing at least some money. It's just another trumped up story for a small newspaper in an uneventful town.
He stole it.
Newspaper company's probably running broke in a few months. I wouldn't trust a single bit of it. Pretty much nothing from that newspaper can be trusted anyway. Oh, to think, they said our small town representative was corrupt. Now,
whether you believe this
he's just rambling on.
One thing is certain. Do not trust anyone you see wearing this costume on Halloween.
Spooky inmate. What about it makes it an inmate costume? Okay. Whoa!
Eastridge County has been left in a state of panic and disarray this Halloween night after the disappearances of 6 young children in the area.
Oh, great.
The disappearances began at 6 o'clock sharp, with reports telling me that they continued through the night until finally coming to a stop exactly 1 hour later.
They're all dead. Breaking news. More death and destruction.
It all just happened so fast.
Alex Williams.
1 minute, we're having a regular Halloween night, everyone's trick-or-treating like normal, and next
having a blast.
Here comes a mother around the corner who's looking for her kid. So we're all trying to help her out. You know, we're looking up and down the streets for where this kid went. We don't think anything of it.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
And another mother comes over and she has the same problem. And then another and another, and next thing you know, everyone starts to panic.
That's a lot of mothers.
Police are getting involved. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows where these kids went, and nobody knows who did it.
The names of the missing children are as follows.
Spooky inmate.
Jason McDonald, John Thompson.
Why do they all look slightly weird? Weird.
William Lewis, Norman Harris, and Sam Wilson.
I don't think they were your
Police have
kids.
spent the better part of the night searching for both these children as well as the culprit behind this heinous crime. While no one in the local area has been suspected yet, an eyewitness report described the culprit as wearing an orange, striped costume with horns, a tail, and a black mask depicting bright yellow eyes and teeth.
Okay.
Advise that all residents of Eastridge County avoid anyone seen outside who fits this description.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly gonna go in for a hug.
As well as this, an officer on duty tonight had this to say regarding the matter.
They all look so weird!
It breaks my heart to hear the horrible tragedy which has come over our town tonight.
He did it. He did it.
I promise, not only as an officer on duty, but as a father myself, that these children
It was him.
will be found, and the culprit behind these horrible
He's creepy.
crimes will be brought to justice.
There's a face! There is a face there!
To investigate, several mandates have been put forward in order to ensure the safety of Eastridge County residents. It is requested that all residents stay indoors, keep all doors and windows locked, and it is heavily advised to not trust anyone you see wearing this costume.
I will not trust the spooky inmate. There's another face there! I'm seeing it. Eastridge County Police. On the night of October 6, 1986, these photos were taken by a security camera located in the Grimzo's retail store at exactly 6 a.m. Oh good, 5 nights at Grimzo's. Lights appear to turn on by themselves, no other disturbances are apparent. Okay, I thought that sign was a face, but it was not. It was just a sign. Motion was detected within the store. Items appear to be thrown around and damaged. Great. Ooh, hi! Please don't eat me. I need all of my organs. These photos, as well as the 2 pieces of information we had. Anomalous entity known as the Eastridge Demon. Yeah, I could see why you'd call him that. Until today. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want to see. Okay. Hello, Officer Krueger.
After multiple years of extensive mental and physical therapy, Officer Krueger, a surviving victim of the demon,
okay, maybe it wasn't him.
to inform detectives of the events that transpired on the night he came face to face with this dangerous creature.
He 1v1'd it and lost.
Provided that we now have a better understanding of the capabilities of this threat and how our personnel can combat it.
Maybe just get a gun.
Firstly, the creature appears to be capable of causing both visual and auditory hallucinations to those that are within close proximity.
Wait a second, does that mean that those faces that I've been seeing are supposed to be these hallucinations? Hello?
To it. This makes it incredibly difficult to locate and contain the creature.
Yeah, I can imagine why.
Against this, all ECPD personnel must operate alongside a fellow officer at all times.
I mean, surely that wouldn't help with hallucinations.
Locate your nearest fellow officer as quickly as possible. Do not let the demon fool you. Grab a hold of the nearest object you can to discern your surroundings. If you see or hear someone you know nearby, it is not them. Once you have located a fellow officer...
But what if I see or know the fellow officer? You just said that it wouldn't be them.
Officer, vacate the area until the effects of these hallucinations begin to fade away.
Yeah, be sure to do that.
Secondly,
ew!
Physical contact with a demon is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, you don't say.
Following the encounter with this creature, Officer Krueger had developed severe physical abnormalities which are still being treated to this day. The most significant of these abnormalities include discoloration of the skin.
What are these noises? Don't tighten my skin! The fusing of bone and flesh! Ew! Ah! Bleeding from every orifice. Oh, that sounds like fun.
It is imperative that all ECPD personnel attempt to keep a level of distance from the demon at all times.
Yeah! I'll be sure to do that.
Unless it is absolutely necessary or it has been terminated. In the event that physical contact is made, approach a fellow officer as soon as possible and seek help.
What if I just leave?
Finally, it is important that all ECPD personnel remember that the Eastridge demon is incredibly intelligent and aware that it is being hunted. It will attempt to mislead you and will look for moments where you are most vulnerable. This creature should
He just won't find me at all.
Because
I ain't gonna be there.
Its tricks against you. Do not let it touch you. Do not attempt to communicate with it. And above all else, do not trust anyone you encounter wearing this.
It'll steal my voice! I mean, go for it, I guess. You ain't gonna do much with it.
This costume.
Again with the spooky inmate. Why does he need the costume? You wear the smiling snatcher. You're a little weird, aren't you? What is this? What? I see you. I see your face. Oh, it's no, Ash! Save him! Hopefully this isn't copyrighted. Nope. I can see you in the the weird reflection. Oh, Funyuns! I see you! I still see you! This isn't a very good alert system. Rules of the season. Is that it? No.
As Halloween night begins to set in, all residents of Eastridge County should be reminded that the Smiling Snatcher is out tonight.
Just stay inside.
This monster is very real and threatens the safety of all Eastridge County residents. But don't worry, so long as these 5 simple rules are followed, you have nothing to
I'm sure these will be 5 very normal rules.
Rule number 1, remember the curfew.
Yeah.
No trick-or-treaters should be outside past 6 o'clock p.m. That is when the Smiling Snatcher comes out to play.
Why not set it for even earlier?
2, keep all doors and windows in your house locked. That way the Smiling Snatcher cannot come inside.
He's not allowed.
Rule number 3. You do not hear the knocking at your doors or windows.
No, I don't. Nope.
Rule number 4. You do not hear the knocking at your doors. Rule number 4. If you see or hear someone you know outside past curfew, that is not them.
Hi.
That is the Smiling Snatcher wearing their skin.
Yeah.
And finally, the most important rule of all. Rule number 5. Do not trust anyone you see
wearing this costume. Yep, okay. I will be sure not to do that. Okay. Thanks for that. Moving on now. Oh god, why is there horror music? What's happening? Oh my god. What is going on? Why are you showing me these things? Oh my god. The face over the face. Oh. In loving memory. Next. Ah, Officer Krueger. Looking good. I think, I guess.
Well, this whole thing is just a bunch of malarkey.
It's more malarkey, you know? This whole thing is so much malarkey that I can't even stand it.
Kids going into some Halloween store to steal a costume? Yeah, no. If you ask me, this whole thing is just some trumped up news story for some small town.
Alright, cut. Come on. You think anyone's gonna believe this? We're trying to make a news story here, man. Come on.
Why does he look so sad now?
Fine. We'll use one of the older cuts.
What is happening? Dreams of an insomniac. Oh no! Did he die? No! I thought he was okay. He was doing therapy and stuff. Kenneth Krueger.
A feeling of sorrow has hung over Eastridge County this Halloween night after the unfortunate passing of the late Kenneth Krueger.
No!
Krueger was a dedicated and passionate officer who always put the people of Eastridge County before himself. He was not only a respected officer, but also a beloved member of our community and a caring father. Krueger's passing occurred late into the night, with officers discovering his body after they had received reports of his son, Klaus, being heard screaming from inside their home. After
I guess it came back
arriving at
for
the scene of
seconds.
the crime, they found his body hanging inside his son's closet.
Yep.
As well as his body, officers on the scene found this note left on his son's bed.
To my dearest son, what? I can't.
The disappearance.
Hang on a second. Let me read it. To my dearest son, I know. Man, I can't read this. Okay, moving on.
The disappearances that occurred last.
That changes at the end. We will find this moment of change. I hear a laugh. Yeah, it changes. At least like this bottom section does. Shame I can't read it.
The disappearances that occurred last year affected Krueger more than any other officer on the case.
Well, yeah, especially because he got
to many of the
mulched
families involved,
by this demon,
giving him a sense of responsibility for solving the case. This quickly led to rage, sorrow, and regret, which eventually became too much for him to bear. Nobody was there to listen to Krueger in his time of need, but now we will make sure that his story is told. If you or anyone else you know are suffering from any mental health issues, don't hesitate to call this number and seek help.
You are alone, this place will be your tomb. Oh!
Help. Please help me.
1996?
I just want to die.
What?
Why won't you let me die?
Because I still have use for you yet.
Huh? What is this? So is he being stolen by the weird demon man? And who was hanging in the cupboard? Cupboard, closet. Oh man, Zachary Gignac, why do you do these things to me? Narrator, the doctor. That's a new character. So next up's family photo album. The viewing of this tape is only meant for the eyes of authorized Foundation personnel. Great. Well, I don't think I am that. Was Grandma a Foundation member? Unsolicited viewings may lead to termination. Well, let's hope there's no kind of trackers or anything in these VHS tapes that I'm watching on my old CRT TV. Dreams of an Insomniac. Family photo album. Great, so it's going to be horrifying images of our distorted family. On the night of January 6th, 1987, the ECPD had received a phone call from a distressed man reporting that something was trying to break into his home. Upon the dispatcher's arrival, he as well as anyone else who may have been living in the house were reported missing. Outstanding. The only evidence that could be found at the scene of the crime were a photo album, as well as a camcorder which seemingly contained footage of the events that transpired on that night. Oh, great! What? Upon opening the photo album, detectives were baffled to find that all the photos were horribly distorted. Yeah, I'd say so. It made it incredibly difficult to identify the people depicted. I don't know if I'd want to be honest. January 6th, search number 6. Is this for all the missing children? I don't know. Gonna find out. What time is it? Is it past 6 o'clock? If so, you're gonna get eaten. or your skin stolen. Neither of which are very good times. Trust me. Well, what a pleasant walk. Just walking through the neighborhood. First night out. Oh, great. When detectives questioned neighboring residents about the identity of the family in the photos, none were able to provide any useful information. That kid is horrifying. Get him away. One resident went as far as to say that no family has ever lived in that house. I mean, yeah, I see that. It's just a photo album. It's like they never existed. I mean, somebody could have just left the photo album in there. Back in the neighborhood. Is this still search number 6?
Sammy? Sammy, is that you?
Now you go home.
I'm right here, Sammy.
Oh no, the thing stole her voice.
You're gonna have to help me though, honey. I can't find you.
And it would have stolen her skin. Don't do it. What? Goodbye. Well, the culprit behind these disappearances remains a mystery. Wait, so did that thing just deadlights him? Like Pennywise style? What just happened? What is this figure? Several photos in the album as well as the 911 call made that night suggest that they may not be human. Man, I could have told you that. Why is it so quiet? Oh my god. Well, the guy escaped. Well, okay, he managed to start running. I don't think he's gonna escape. I think he escaped. He's gonna die anyway. He's gonna die.
Something trying to get in my house. I don't know what it wants.
You?
No, I didn't get a good look at it. But I'm telling you, it's the demon. It's him, and now put faith in me.
Yeah, it's gonna take your skin. It's gonna take your voice. Probably a liver or two. Yeah. It'll be the sound of silence. Oh, it's here. Oh, bad times.
Why? Why do you keep using his face? Why are you doing this to me?
Bad times. What are you, the Absorbaloff? Matt, that's a bad idea! And he's dead. Okay, well. Good job, buddy. Guess that's the Neenaw police. Right? They're like, hey, what's going on? Please don't die.
Hey, Chief. I think I found something.
When you think you're holding it. Should be, you know you found something. I love you, the only clear photo of the perpetrator. Great! Spooky boy! What happened to his costume? His spooky inmate costume. Or is this somebody different now? We don't even know! We just don't know! This video contains flashing lights, graphic depictions of violence, and loud noises and jump scares. Why? Why do you gotta do me like that? I'm just a frail young lad trying to make his way in the world. I'm gonna die. This is it. Live streamed my death. This is Foundation archive, so I'm guessing we're still looking through those old tapes that Grandma had in the attic. Grandma has got some explaining to do from the afterlife. I'm betting Grandma got taken by the weird demon monster thing. I'm willing to bet. I'm probably wrong. Stay tuned to find out that I'm wrong. My body is ready. Give me the horrors.
My name is Alex Williams.
Oh no.
I live on 66 Elk Crescent, Eastridge County, and up until this point, I've worked for the Lankman Foundation, a job which I have quickly come to regret. This is my story.
Okay. He's gone rogue.
I began my work for the Foundation pretty much the day it was founded. After what happened on Halloween, I was put under 24/7 witness protection. They told me that the information I had was too valuable. It felt like I was under constant house arrest.
Witness protection from what? If the Foundation was made to deal with the threat, who were you in danger from?
There wasn't a day that they weren't watching me, and it went on like that for years. They gave me my job at the Foundation as a form of protection. A bunch of guys in suits showed up to my house and told me that it would be for the better if I took a job at their new facility.
Lies.
I didn't know much about them at the time. Nobody did, really. All they told me was that they were helping Veldigan victims, but even that felt vague.
What's Veldigan? Lankman Foundation. So this logo that they've got, it's very similar to the weird yellow-eyed man. There's this copyrighted music, I think. La 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 la.
Hello? You don't know me, but I certainly know you.
No, you don't.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Lankman, or at least a cartoon version of the man himself, created by our lovely in-house animator, Mortimer Gray.
Hey, wait. There's something weird about this. Lankman? Lanky man? The stripes on the arms, I'm pretty sure that spooky inmate outfit, the drawing of that weird demon, had stripes on the arms as well. And had a big smile. It's like yellow stuff. And big eyes. Did he make his own foundation?
You may know for his work on the classic cartoon series Candy Mouse.
Candy
I
Mouse?
come to you all today to announce the founding of the Lankman Foundation.
Founded the foundation.
Gateway into the future of Eastridge County.
Great.
4 years ago, our lovely town was plagued by a species of creature we have come to know as the Veldigan.
Oh, so
These
Veldigan
dangerous
victim.
creatures have continued to threaten our residents, with there being seemingly no end to the dangers they pose.
Oh, so it's not like one character demon, it's just like a species of creature now? What? I'm so confused. Or is Veldigan like the overarching term for creatures that are like that? My brain.
Now, our lovely founder, Herbert Lankman, created our
He looks a little bit freaky as well.
for the purpose of both containing this anomalous threat, as well as treating all those who have been affected by them.
Well, how lovely of him.
How does he plan to do this, you ask? Well, the answer is quite simple. Using the inheritance left behind by his father, Herbert Lankman got to work renovating and reopening
I don't trust this thing at all.
Lankman's asylum.
Asylum?
Repurposing it into a massive treatment center for all those who have fallen victim to the Veldigan.
Nah, he's experimenting on them.
He has been hard at work donating generous amounts to Eastridge County's police force.
Why?
Ensuring they can continue to do what they do best.
Letting the public down?
All of you! Here at the Lankman Foundation, we know these last couple of years have been scary. But
yeah,
don't
a little
worry.
bit. Just a little bit.
This will all be a thing of the past. If
Oh,
you
boy.
or anyone you may know have any questions regarding the Foundation and what we do not hesitate to give us a call.
Hello? Ring, ring. On the night of April 6, 1990, this phone call was made to the Eastridge County Police Department. Good, it's gonna be full of nightmares. This tape acts as the only archive of this call. All other records are to be purged. Great! Hi, there's a weird demon in my living room. Do you mind coming down?
Where is your emergency?
This is 45 Elk Crescent. Send the police, please!
Can you describe the situation to me, ma'am?
There's a group of men trying to break into my house. They're slamming on the door. Please send the police now!
The police will be on their way in a moment, ma'am. I just need you to breathe. Did you get a good look at these men? What did they look like?
Demons!
I don't know what they look like. They're all wearing masks. I can't see their faces. They look all the same.
It's very loud.
Yellow ones. They're wearing yellow masks. Do they look like bandages?
Escaped from the treatment center? Did he just hang up on it? No way! Oh my god. Okay. So the yellow bandages are clearly like the giveaway. So I wonder if these are either the Veldigans or escaped patients from that treatment center. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, I'm gonna get jump scared. Oh my god. That doesn't really look like bandages to me. Oh no, yeah, it kinda does.
After I started working at the foundation,
Hello.
they immediately bombarded me and everyone else with all these different mandates and training tapes. Even for the most simple of jobs, there were rules.
I miss all the hand
motions. Half the time they didn't even make sense. Perhaps the strangest mandate they had us commit to, though, was to wear these goggles at all times. They said it was a preventative measure to avoid the effects of some kind of hallucinatory environment.
The bandaged guys were wearing goggles, weren't they?
None of us knew what that was or how it was even possible. All they told us was that it would make you see and hear things, and that it was apparently used to keep patients in line.
Patients.
Something about treatment through exposure. We
My
never really
brain!
knew for sure if it was.
It's so huge and wrinkly.
But all the patients seemed to suffer from similar symptoms that were said to be a part of it. They were always scared of us, no matter how much we tried to help them. And they always complained about hearing some kind of horrible music somewhere in the facility. What got to me the most about it, though,
That's
was
weird.
how
What song is it? Is it one that we've heard?
Something beyond our understanding was being used on these people, and nobody seemed bothered by it but me. They all just treated it like it wasn't even happening.
Here in the Lankman Asylum, it is imperative for all staff members to be aware of our state-of-the-art hallucinatory environment.
What? Why do you have a hallucinatory environment? Wait, so did they make Veldigans? Why are they... So many questions.
Through this unique environment, we are able to keep all patients within our walls in line, as well as treat their conditions through exposure that no other location can provide. The amount of benefits this new technology can provide for the patients of our asylum is numerous, but you must remember that there are
traumatizing them,
which have been put in place to ensure that you, our staff, do not suffer from the effects of our hallucinatory environment and can do your job correctly and safely. The first of these precautions should have been provided to you on your first day of the job in the form of these specialized optical lenses. By wearing these red lenses, staff members will be able to see past the environment's effects, allowing for no mistakes to be made and a job well done. If at any point these lenses are to be removed, staff members will experience severe hallucinations, which will make your work extreme. The second of these precautions comes in the form of knowing what you should and should not be hearing when on the job. Although we have yet to develop a solution for auditory hallucinations, symptoms of them appear to follow a similar and predictable pattern. If you believe yourself to be hallucinating, ask yourself if you're hearing the voices of people that do not exist, distant music coming from an unknown location, Dr. Lankman requesting your aid, or the knocking of doors which do not exist.
What about windows?
If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then you are hallucinating and should treat those sounds as if they do not exist. Moving on from our patented hallucinatory experiment, We next must discuss the role of another very important part
So
of
the
our
weird's going on.
It's imperative that all staff members avoid any form of contact with
the caretakers were possibly the most disturbing part about working in that entire facility.
So why were the caretakers at just some random person's house? Oh, what? I'm betting they are just experimenting on people. I bet.
Tall, bandaged staff members who were dressed in
black so it's
from
definitely them.
Top to bottom. I don't even think I ever saw them outside of their uniform. We were always expressly told never to interact with them for any reason. Apparently their job was just that important. It was with them that I reached my breaking point when working at that damn place. I always saw them going into patients' rooms, taking them to places that I never got to see. I always wondered what they were doing, but I made sure to mind my own business. That is until late one night when I was working at the facility. They had just brought in a new patient, a woman who looked to be in about her 30s. She had no diagnosis, no sign of serious mental illness, and physically she was fine. None of us knew what she was doing there, but like we always did, we just ignored it and minded our own business. That night, though, she starts a ruckus. I think every person in the facility heard it when she started screaming. I was the first one to arrive when I saw what was happening. 4 of those caretakers dragging her out by her arms and legs while she's just kicking and screaming.
Great, love that.
I couldn't believe what I'd seen. I tried running in to stop them, but one of my coworkers stopped me, looked me in the eyes, and said, "It isn't worth it." I was in disbelief. These caretakers were treating Veldigan victims like caged animals, and here we were just standing there and watching.
Yeah, but if they're experiencing hallucinations and are a danger to themselves or those around them, even in hospitals, they'll use restraintive force to make sure that doesn't happen. So, Mr. Green Man, she could have just been losing her mind. I do think you're right, and they're weird, horrible people, but there could be another side to it, you know? Just.
That was when I knew I had to do something about it. I always had my suspicions about the asylum, but seeing how this treatment facility treated its patients, that was the final straw. I went to as many of my coworkers as I could to try and get as much information as possible about the Foundation and their shady practices.
Why were you already doing this?
To the light, to have the general public know what was really going on in there. But of course, none of them wanted anything to do with me. They just brushed me off and told me that it wasn't worth it, that it would bring more trouble. But I ignored them and I kept trying. When I ran out of staff to talk to, eventually I turned to patients. More specifically, the woman I saw getting attacked that night. I wanted to know where they took her, what they did to her. So I snuck into her room late that night with a camcorder that I brought, and I was able to record an entire interview I had with her, and I was just left with so many questions.
Oh good.
Please don't hurt me. I promise I'll behave. I don't want to go back.
Listen, I don't want to hurt you, I promise. I'm just here to ask a few questions is all.
He sounds like pretty much just like MatPat. I don't know why, but like in voiceover form, he sounds like just like him.
I'm sorry about what happened to you the other night. It was horrible. I want to try and make sure that doesn't happen again. And it would help a lot if you could answer my questions.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, thank you.
You're welcome.
So my first question, why were you brought here? You didn't have any diagnosis and you don't seem to suffer from any symptoms of Veldigan sickness.
I don't know why I'm here. These men broke into my house. Nobody came to help me.
It is her. Okay.
Told me I'm sick, but I don't know what he means.
They're experimenting.
I'm sorry if that doesn't help.
It's okay, don't worry. It helps a lot. You're doing great.
Doesn't help at all.
Next question. That night when you were attacked here, I know it must be a lot and I'm sorry to bring it up, but do you know where they took you?
I don't know. He told me I can't tell anybody. I'm sorry.
I mean, do you not know, or can you not tell?
I don't want want to go. I don't want to go.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right. You're not going to go back there. I promise.
He's lying.
You just need to know where it was. Nobody else will know.
They took me to room 66.
Room 66. We're kind of on the nose.
No, that's not possible. There's only...
Hello?
It's him! He's going to take me back now! He's taking me back!
He's going to take
Don't let him take me back! Don't let him take me back!
Wait for a moment.
Oh! Hi!
Just what do you think you're doing?
Well, he's like an animatronic.
Everything that happened was just a blur after that. Those characters...
Oh my... What? Freddy Fazbear just busted into the room. I guess it's more Afton with a voice. So is that the doctor or is that the... Is that Lankman?
Came into the room and dragged her out before I could even do anything about it.
Who was it?
It was the last time I ever saw her.
It sounded like...
And then they just sent me back to work as if
Golden
the whole
Body.
thing never even happened. That in itself was odd, but it was what she said to me that stuck out to me the most. She told me that she was taken to a room 66, which didn't make any sense. The asylum was small. It was only built with 65 rooms in mind, so a 66th room shouldn't be possible.
Is there a basement?
At first I thought maybe she was misremembering things, or she was just misspeaking. I mean, she was clearly stressed out, and the way she was taken there was violent, but that just didn't explain things for me.
It's obviously hidden.
I still didn't know where the patients were being taken, and what if she was telling the truth?
Why would she not be?
I tried to look for answers to that question for a while, and
Where'd you go?
Nothing came of it. Nothing until I started to watch through our old conversations. During one of my watch-throughs, I saw something off the corner of my eye. Something I had never seen until it was staring me right in the face.
Golden Freddy.
A camera located right in the corner of that room.
Where?
The asylum didn't have cameras, at least not in the rooms of its patients. If I had known they were watching me the entire time, I never would have staged that interview, and somehow I didn't see it. Something wasn't adding up.
Yeah.
I went back to the asylum after that.
A little bit weird.
The rooms of several patients. No cameras. I thought that I was losing my mind. I
think you are losing your marbles.
Maybe I was
admittedly.
just seeing things. But then I realized something. Maybe I was. Late one night when no one else was around,
What?
I tested something. Something I was afraid to. I removed those goggles they gave us.
Oh, that's not good.
When I opened my eyes, everything looked the exact fucking same.
Oh!
Everything started to make sense after that. Who knows what they could have been hiding that we just couldn't see? Cameras, people, rooms. Suddenly, room 66 was terrifyingly possible, and I was going to find it.
Wait, what? So... So you're saying that you removed the goggles and everything was the same. So what else are they able to hide? Like visually? I'm so confused.
I returned to the asylum later that night with a camcorder in hand.
You did indeed.
I figured that if it could show me where the cameras were in the corners of the patients' rooms, then it could help me find what I was looking for.
Oh, it's like infrared?
And down the halls of that entire asylum, trying to find anything out of place. And eventually,
just
I found it.
A room with giant sixes on it.
I stood in front of
he's
that
red
door
now.
for what felt like an eternity. A part of me wanted to know what was in there so badly, but another part of me just didn't want to see it. I was terrified, but I felt like I didn't have a choice. It didn't even feel like I was in control of my own body as I pushed that door open.
Maybe there were some hallucinogens around. Oh no. What's gonna be in there? What's growling? It sounds big and angry and hungry. And they're in hell.
Help me.
Hi! Okay, so room 66 is just doors straight to hell.
Looks like someone wandered somewhere they aren't supposed to be.
Nope, not me.
In that moment, cornered and alone, I finally understood what they were so afraid of. I was finally seeing what they were seeing. For the first time, I saw his face.
There's a weird face. Are your fingies out? Is he going like this? Brutal. What? He's a little bit weird. Please don't touch me. Are we about to kiss? I take that as a no.
After that, I didn't know what to do. I panicked, I couldn't move. And he just stood there for a moment, staring at me. Then he let me go. He just told me to go back to work and act like it didn't happen. Work continued after that.
That's so weird.
I was too scared to find out what would happen if I didn't come back to the asylum, so I just continued my work there as normal. I was never punished, nobody ever found out. It was like the whole thing never happened.
Hallucination.
Until recently. The reason I'm recording this tape tonight is because I fear soon you may never hear from me again.
He's gonna die.
Lankman acted like that night never happened, but ever since
so
the
was
recent
Lankman.
incident, things have changed.
Okay.
He and the caretakers have become more aggressive. I've started seeing things. Cars passing me by with tinted windows, people following me off the corner of my eye, staff treating me like I don't even exist. Recently, it feels like they don't want me talking anymore.
That's really weird.
Someone I know and care about has been hurt, and they've given me a job that doesn't even fit my credentials. They've made me research somebody very dangerous, and I have my suspicions.
Is it a grandma?
Everything they need to know, they won't need me anymore.
You're expendable.
That's why I'm recording this tape. I've learned things about this person, things that Lankman doesn't even know, things that could help me. After I'm done recording this tape, I'm going to be meeting with that person, and depending on how that goes, you may never hear from me again. If you're watching this, I've left you something. Something
presents.
Important. The last thing my friend was able to provide me with before they got to him. An archive. An archive of all the Foundation's most important tapes. It
Is that what we've watched?
Everything. Every lie they've told, every secret they've kept,
or
every
I guess
recording
not.
I've made. If I don't come back from this, you need to spread that information. The people
I'll spread it. I'll spread it real good.
Know.
Look at this live studio audience.
This alone, but as things are, I've had no choice. It just feels good to finally get this off my chest.
What if he's just gonna like straight up die now? I don't like it. Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Okay, there he is. What a beautiful man. Well, it's the end of volume 1. Okay.